Hello there, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, let's look at how to fix that slice. It's a common thing. There's two things that golfers miss, and they're obvious. They don't miss them necessarily, face and path. We're going to give you some simple, fresh approaches to both that are very easy to do. I think they'll help.
So something you'll want to notice is I'm hitting a deliberate slice here. Certainly I'm coming a little across the target line. You can see the face is open, but watch how the golf ball takes off to the right of the swing immediately. So club face doesn't only curve the ball, it significantly affects start direction. Sometimes the slicer will square the face and just hit it to the left. Typically, though, the ball will start more on the target line and slice. This also explains, because lofted clubs don't curve as much as less lofted ones, why there's more of a propensity to pull wedges and slice drivers. But getting the face square is key. Let's start with that.
So you cannot let this perpetually open face be you. Let's touch briefly on the grip. Relax that lead hand. Let it fall into the fingers. Don't stretch it. And when it falls into the fingers, your wrist will wrap over more. You must have it wrapped over where you don't see those fingertips. The old adage of V to back shoulder there. Here's the key though. Can you do this in front of you if you're watching the video and you have a club? Can you freely and easily make the club twist to where it faces the ground? You get that grip up in the palm and on this side of the club, that is very difficult to do. That's what we're looking for. So many slicers, they're releasing the club, but it's too scooped. The face is staying open. You have to learn this feel. Okay, let's look at it now. Tilting that face, we just practiced that. If you're a slicer, it is hard to do that too early. Don't wait until you're at the back of that golf ball, until you're right in the hitting area to try to solve this. You have got to tilt it a lot and tilt it early and make some mistakes. Hit some shots that are low hooks, low pull hooks to the left there. And if you struggle, if you're starting to get that shape coming back into your swing again, overdo it. Do it smaller and slower. Get it tilted early. You'll have this face sorted out. Let's look at swing path. So Adam Scott on the right, a typical golfer on the left. Let's draw a line, golf ball to top of glove. You'll notice the everyday golfer, very common thing, this swings pretty much directly at the ball all the way down. Club comes right down there towards the golf ball. And if you look at Adam, it doesn't. The arms and club swing in more of a downward look. They don't swing directly down, but more down until the club's much more at the side of his hip, behind his right forearm. Then he comes into the golf ball, less of this direct downward hit. I've taught golf for decades. This tendency to strike at the ball, the mental component that goes into that is so common. So here's what you don't want to try to do to fix it. A weak drop of that right side. Case of the right-handed golfer, I see people rehearse this all the time on the driving range. Get that right arm, get the arms down, get that right arm to straighten. Here's a great way to work on it. You don't have to have a bag there, but if you picture it, get an alignment rod at the top of the backswing or somewhere near that. If you had to hit that, your arm would get longer, that club would get down there, and it should be dynamic. You can see it's not a weak throw of the club. There's still a place for some bump of the weight and some dynamic movement, but get that downward element in there. Get that hand nearer the ground, and you can couple that with what we've been talking about, the feeling that as you do that, you would hit the imaginary bag, or in my case, the real bag, with the face looking down. Let's have a look at another component. Okay, second component that really influences the swing path. We've talked about getting the arm down. Golfers that slice rarely get enough bump of weight, enough slide of their hips, and enough extension or tucking underneath of their rear end soon enough. Picture if this club weighed 6 pounds or something, and I had to throw it down the driving range. Can you imagine the sort of hip motion I'd have? It wouldn't be that, I'll tell you. It would be much more this. So if you can start to get the feel, and we're assuming club face now, if club face starts to get open, go back to that stage. But if you can get the feel that the club works down as you start to bump that weight and be dynamic, and from there you're projecting your arms and club out to the target with your tail underneath you, you are going to fix this slice. I promise you. Just do some slowly, maybe off a tee. This isn't difficult stuff. You should not be locked in as a slicer for life, but it takes a little bit of practice and perseverance, a little bit of relaxation, playfulness in your mind. You can do it. I hope this video is helpful to you.